Welcome to Tesla Global, the home of the latest Tesla news. Today we look at Tesla. Crazy Tesla footage shows Model 3 attacking deep floodwaters in China. Also, Elon Musk confirms Tesla will not offer a regular steering wheel on new Model S/X, and here's how Elon Musk uses wonder and fear to promote Tesla. Let's get into the video. Crazy Tesla footage shows Model 3 attacking deep floodwaters in China. A Tesla owner in China recently provided what could very well be the most extreme video yet of a Model 3 handling floodwaters. The clip was short, as it only depicted the all-electric sedan driving over a flooded area, but it was quite shocking nonetheless, for several reasons. Immediately noticeable in the video, which was recorded in China's Henan province earlier today, was just how deep the floodwaters were. The waters seemed to be quite deep, or at least deep enough to cause several other vehicles to be stranded in the middle of the road. Yet despite this, the Tesla seemed to handle the flood just fine. Also remarkable was the fact that the Tesla in the video appears to be a Model 3 standard range due to the vehicle's rear wheels seemingly producing most of the car's power. The Tesla driver seemed to be pushing the Model 3 steadily in the clip as well, but not too much as to cause the vehicle to lose control after it reached parts of the road that were not as flooded. It remains to be seen if the Model 3 in the video was damaged from its encounter with the floodwaters, but the car seemed to be working afterwards. It did not get stranded like the other vehicles on the road, if any. Interestingly enough, Elon Musk has mentioned in the past that Teslas could serve as boats of sorts since their drive units and battery packs are sealed. More recently, Musk has noted that the Cybertruck would be a vehicle that would definitely be at home in the water. If this recent footage from China is any indication, however, it appears that even the Model 3 could wade through a flood decently just the same. China experiences typhoons on a regular basis, and to respond to this, Tesla has rolled out some initiatives that would allow its vehicles to weather the occasional flooded road. Among these initiatives is a testing area in Gigafactory Shanghai that simulates flooded streets. Both the Made in China Model 3 and Model Y are tested in this facility after they are produced. Elon Musk confirms Tesla will not offer a regular steering wheel on new Model S/X. Elon Musk has confirmed that Tesla will not offer a regular steering wheel option on new Model S and Model X vehicles. When Tesla unveiled the new Model S with the yoke butterfly steering wheel, it was controversial. Some were worried about the actual shape of the wheel being problematic and others about the lack of drive stock to choose the drive mode. As for the former, we thought that the automaker wouldn't risk bringing the controversial yoke steering wheel to market without a nonlinear steering curve enabled by a steer-by-wire system. Especially knowing that Tesla has been developing a steer-by-wire system. However, as Tesla started deliveries of the new Model S Plaid last month, we were surprised to see that the wheel had a normal 14:1 steering ratio, and it is proving to be impractical at lower speeds. CEO Elon Musk later confirmed that Tesla is indeed working on progressive steering, but it's still years away. Until then, some believe that Tesla might offer a standard round steering wheel as an option, but the CEO confirmed today that it will not. Musk insists that the yoke steering wheel is worth it for offering better visibility of the instrument cluster and its driving visualizations. Our take. If you do a quick pros and cons list for the yoke wheel, it's pretty simple. For me, the pros include the improved visibility, and it just looks cool. As for the cons, it is obviously not ideal for low speeds and for quick maneuvers in case of slipping. Now you have to decide if the cons outweigh the pros. Honestly, I don't get why Tesla doesn't make it an option, especially since we know that they developed a new regular round wheel with the new Force touch buttons and no stock. I've already heard that some aftermarket companies are working on third-party options, so at least Tesla created a market for that. Here's how Elon Musk uses wonder and fear to promote Tesla. Years ago, fire was a huge breakthrough that changed the world, but it also causes massive destruction. Innovation at Tesla is often born out of counterintuitive thinking. Much of the company's ethos comes from its unconventional leader, Elon Musk. So how does Musk drive the thinking behind his company's automobiles? Perhaps part of his secret recipe is the old maxim, opposites attract. According to John Nosta at Psychology Today, it all comes down to wonder and fear. Recently, Elon Musk made a bold announcement at the introduction of the new Tesla S Plaid. He said it was faster than a Porsche, safer than a Volvo, reports Nosta. Musk did something more than just create a witty quote. He touched on something that is much more fundamental. And in a way, he has revealed and leveraged a basic, almost limbic, psychodynamic to much of today's innovation and transformation. While speed and safety are fundamental to the automotive industry, they often exist in opposition. The buying habits of consumers more commonly gravitate to one or the other, something fun, fast, or something safe, convenient. This dynamic of wonder and fear lives on two poles, explains Nasta. Think back in history to, perhaps, the first major tech breakthrough. Fire changed the world. It allowed us to move, stay awake at night, keep warm, cook, and eat more protein-based food, which in turn led to the development of the human brain. And yet, today, fire is one of the single largest causes of property and personal destruction in the world. A fire can light the darkness, but it can also be used as a weapon, says Nasta. It's this pulse of wonder and fear that Musk touches upon in his comments about the blazing speed and remarkable safety of the Tesla S-Plaid, notes Nasta. Musk knows this, and leverages this emotional magic to seduce and capture his audiences. And push us to that provocative journey where wonder stands in counterpoint to fear. Either way, it takes our breath away. Biden to sign executive order for 50% of new cars being electric by 2030, reiterates new point-of-sale EV incentive. President Joe Biden announces a new executive order to set a new target to make half of all new vehicles sold in 2030 zero-emissions vehicles. In order to get there, Biden reiterated that they are working on a new point-of-sale EV incentive. As we reported earlier today, the Biden administration was working on a new announcement related to electric vehicles. In anticipation of it, Ford, GM, and Stellantis all announced a joint goal for 40 to 50% of new car sales to be electric by 2030. Following the announcement, Biden announced his plan to drive American leadership forward on clean cars and trucks. President Biden's Build Back Better agenda and the bipartisan infrastructure deal invest in the infrastructure, manufacturing, and incentives that we need to grow good-paying, union jobs at home, lead on electric vehicles around the world, and save American consumers money. Today, the president will announce a set of new actions aimed at advancing these goals and increasing the impact of his proposed Build Back Better investments, positioning America to drive the electric vehicle future forward, outcompete China, and tackle the climate crisis. The main new measure is a new executive order to set a goal for half of all new vehicles sold in 2030 zero-emissions vehicles. Specifically, the president will sign an executive order that sets an ambitious new target to make half of all new vehicles sold in 2030 zero-emissions vehicles, including battery electric, plug-in hybrid electric, or fuel cell electric vehicles. The executive order also kicks off development of long-term fuel efficiency and emissions standards to save consumers money, cut pollution, boost public health, advance environmental justice, and tackle the climate crisis. But that's just a goal. The president also talked about initiatives to help get to that goal, but several of them were previously announced, like the review of the fuel standards and the new infrastructure investments in the infrastructure bill. One important new initiative that has been elusive amid the infrastructure bill talk is the reform to the federal EV tax credit. Since coming into power, Biden has been talking about reforming the incentive program and turning it into a point-of-sale rebate. With today's announcement, the White House reiterated that plan. Delivering point-of-sale consumer incentives to spur U.S. manufacturing and union jobs. The reference to U.S. manufacturing and union jobs would hint at the Clean Energy for America bill introduced earlier this year. The bill aimed to improve the EV incentive by removing the 200,000 U.S. deliveries per manufacturer and increase the amount to $10,000 for EVs produced in the U.S. and to $12,500 for EVs produced in the U.S. by union workers. It was first introduced in May, and there hasn't been any update as the legislation has been mainly focused on the large infrastructure bill. What do you think of the Tesla wading through flooded water? Would you ever try it? I know I wouldn't. If you enjoyed the video, then please leave a like on the video, and if you are new to the channel, then why not subscribe to help us grow? Also, press the join button to unlock new features and support the channel. Thanks for watching.